What's going on, Jerome's? Last year, the Minnesota Fighting Vikings defense was like historically, biblically bad. And the fact that the Vikings were 13-4, win the division with the 31st ranked defense in the league, it's kind of amazing. I mean, frankly, Cousins and O'Connell and JJ last year deserve even more credit for last season. But Brian Flores, former head coach of the Dolphins, former D coordinator of the Patriots, was brought in to shape things up on defense and bring the heat. That's right. Turn up the sim. Just absolutely get after it and get aggressive. And Flores has done that so far. And like we said, Flores didn't need to come in and automatically turn this defense into the 2000 Ravens. That wasn't going to happen. There weren't going to be the 2002 Bucks or the 85 Bears anytime soon. But just get middle of the pack, and the Vikings can operate with that. And he has done more than that this season. So middle column is 2022's numbers. 2023 is on the right. So for points, they've improved from 28th in the league last year, 21st. Yards, 31st to 15th, which is really key and really important. Also, what's amazing is that they're doing all of this, and they're facing some of the best offenses in the league in terms of facing the Eagles and Jalen Hurts and facing the Chargers and Justin Herbert, as well as Justin Fields. Fine, Mahomes and the Chiefs. So the fact that the Vikings have had a couple of really tough offensive units coming in on the schedule, and the fact that the Vikings defense has stood up to them, pretty damn amazing. A couple spots where they need to improve on. So third down, last year they're 12th in the league, this year 25th. And also red zone, last year 21st, this year 26th. Now, part and parcel of that can be explained to all the turnovers, especially the Vikings defense being put on a short porch and giving up points. So it is what it is. But this is the one that stands out to most of me. So explosive plays allowed, plays of 15-plus yards. Last year the Vikings were second to last in the league. This year, numero uno, number one, only 6.4% of their defensive snaps result in a 15-plus yard play for the offense, which is amazing turnaround. Blitz, they're blitzing like 3 times as much. So last year, they were bottom third of the league in blitz percentage at 18.9%. This year, they're blitzing almost 60% of downs. And this isn't even third down. This isn't even a passing down split. Like literally every down, they're blitzing 60% of the time. It's great, man. Pressure rate last year, 19.5%. This year, 23.6%. And yes, they are having to manufacture some of the pressure. And some of the Vikings' leading pressure getters this year have been, Daniil and as well as Harrison Smith. And in terms of percentage, Josh Metellus as well as Ivan Pace Jr. So it isn't like just lining up and getting after it, but the Vikings have been able to create a little bit of havoc and chaos and pressure on the backside. And also that has resulted when Byron Murphy in some one-on-one spots, or Caleb Evans, getting torched in one-on-one spots. I mean, that's what happens. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. But I'm certainly willing to take the chance here. Last year, they're 21st in the league in sacks. This year, they're 8th. Daniil Hunter tied for the league lead with 8, as well as this is important too. So defensive average depth of target. So how deep are teams going on you? So the Vikings last year average depth of target was 8.1 yards. This year 6.5. So even though the Vikings are bringing the heat and speeding things up for the quarterback, they're also not giving up those deep shots too, which is important and plays into how the Vikings are number one in explosive plays not allowed, I guess. But also here's what's funny. Here's why you should take analytics with a grain of salt. Last year, this year, Vikings middle of the pack, 71.6 overall team defensive grade. Great. But last year, the Vikings had the 4th best defense in the league according to PFF, 81.1 grade, which, I don't know, man. Just like eyeball test and black and white stats, you have the defense that was 28th in points allowed, 31st in yards allowed, and they're 4th best. I don't know, man. I don't know. But, of course, there's still some areas that could be improved on the Flores defense. So stopping the run, which has been a major issue for the Vikings this year and last year, 670 yards allowed. Interior pressure. And it just seems like they can't get anything going inside. And I've said it a ton. Harris Phillips seems like he's playing out of position at the nose. And Dean Lowry has been inert. Bullard has been fine against the run, but not really much of a pass rusher. But I think the Vikings do need to get Jaquelin Roy into the mix a lot more. Also, over-reliance on the blitz. I mean, is this sustainable, or will teams adjust and smart quarterbacks and smart OCs get the ball out quick and expose those uncovered zones. It's possible. Limit yards after catch. Currently, they're 6th worst in the NFL. Also, buckle down on third down and red zone. Like we said, they are 25th in third down, 26th in red zone, which certainly bears improvement, as well as stop off coverage in second half, where it just seems like in the last couple of games, like including at the end of the Panthers game, end of the Chiefs game, end of the Bears game, it just seems like Flores decides to, okay, we'll just sit back and see what happens on this drive. And the corners are playing 7-8 yards off. It's a flashback to last year, and it's no bueno. So, again, live by the blitz, die by the blitz, and get after it. But, again, we're just sort of picking nits at this spot. And Brian Flores, like, he has changed things. And the Vikings defensive personnel, I mean, there's been a couple changes, but overall, this is a youngish group spearheaded by veterans like Jordan Hicks having a career. Same thing with Harrison Smith as well as Danielle Hunter. But overall, this defense is quite young, but they're getting after it. They're aggressive. They got some swagger, and that's a big part of Brian Flores. So I love what Flo is doing on that side of the ball. And if he doesn't get a head coaching job this next offseason, absolutely would love to have him back and continue to fine-tune this thing and just really build a beast. And so go from bottom of the league to mid-table and the mid-table to the top. Let's go. Let's go, man. But your thoughts are our thoughts. Brian Flores has transformed the Vikings defense this season. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.